That's my goal, is using AI for fitness, for customized workouts. I have a goal of running a 5K under 20 minutes. My fastest one ever was like 21:30. I have a goal in the next year of breaking 4 hours. My fastest marathon was 4 hours and 2 seconds. I was walking like 7,500 steps and it jumps to like almost 10,000 steps as a daily average. And separately, I noticed in the last 30 days, I have more green and blue indicators for my sleep, for a whole night's sleep. Welcome to the channel. My name is Wes. This is Orange Juice AI, where we use AI to help improve our health, fitness, and lives. This weekend, I went out to the Mojave National Preserve, one of my favorite camping places, and I reflected on this new start of a training season, angling for some PRs at a 5K and a marathon distance within the next year. Just cleaning up the campsite here. Today is the start of Orange Juice. So you can see, can you see that I got a hammock right here? Yeah, I set this hammock between here and it was nice. It's a way to do more with less, which is the name of my photography channel. But okay, made some mushroom coffee on here. I think I'm good for right now. We're gonna talk about how I used AI to train, and I'm at the beginning of this health and fitness journey. So I just want to share while I clean up camp that I read a book recently called More, Run Less. Actually, I think I have it here in the car. Run less, run faster. And so the basic premise is that you have 3 runs a week, and there are 3 different types. Oops, surprising. 3 runs a week, and there are 3 different types. And the reason that most runners don't improve is because they don't vary the running. They just do long runs or, basically that's it. So you need speed workouts, you need intervals, tempos, and in addition to your long run, but most people just think the mileage is the most important thing. So, so I got the book not that long ago, Run More, no, Run Less. It's funny, you tell everybody about the book and they're like, oh, I get that, run less, that's what I would love to do. We'll spin these closed. So I got that a while back, and then I started to sign for 5Ks, and I realized I really wasn't doing my training runs per the book. And then I went to, about a week ago, I went and come on this journey with me. So what happened is I went to do a church launch for Team World Vision, and I kind of talked myself into, hey, I should do the LA half. And I had been kind of wanting to take on a bigger race goal, in the coming year. And so a half, I do a half every year, but this was a way to jump back into it. So I signed up for the half. I got to take off my little lantern kebab here. It's a good little light. Barely needed. Last night the moon was so freaking bright. Signed up for the LA half marathon. Then I came up with the goal of having a team of 100 people run it with me. That's not as very hard to do. But then I had this 5K, the Pomona 5K on Saturday, and I had about a week. I'd been doing a little bit of gym, a little bit of running. Mostly all I had done fitness-wise is increase my steps. So I wanted to increase my steps from, I think I was doing had a goal of 10,000, but I never reached it. But I heard this fitness guy on YouTube, kind of a fitness coach, say that he has these high dollar clients, CEOs and whatnot, and he said the one thing they all have in common is that his successful clients all have in common that they walk 15,000 steps. I was like, oh, I could just try to walk 15,000 steps. Maybe that's a keystone habit of some kind. And so I actually started to do that. So here's where tracking your fitness, looking for trends is really interesting, because that was 5 weeks ago. I looked back on my Apple Trends, health trends, and you could see I was walking like 7,500 steps, and it jumps to like 9,900, almost 10,000 steps as a daily average. And there were some 12,000, 14,000, but it really was a change. And separately, I noticed in the last 30 days, I have more green and blue indicators for my sleep, for a whole night's sleep. So if you scroll back a month or two, it's all red and orange in the sleep category, and then there was more green and blue sprinkled in. So I'm concluding, looking at these two trends that happen at the same time, is if my total step count average goes up, then my sleep improves. That's what I'm thinking right now. And that makes sense, I guess, because you're tired, and that's it. You get that benefit. So what I'm going to do is keep the 15,000 steps up, but let me tell you about this 5K where I used AI for training. Now, I've been experimenting with this since I think it was last May or so. Because my day job's in AI, sometimes I meet teachers who are coaches, and I was always asking them, how are you using AI for student workouts? And basically no one is. They just assign the same workout to everybody, but our fitness levels are so different that really everyone should have a pretty unique workout to fine-tune their fitness. And so after asking a few coaches if they're messing with it and then saying no, I said, well, let me do it. I'm coming to a breakthrough kind of concept here in a second, which is my interest in doing a marathon training plan. Like, I want the goal of running the marathon again. I just look at a 20-week training plan, I lose interest. I don't like the idea of like, oh, all my runs are scheduled out for the rest of the year. I like adventure, I like exploring, I like, doing stuff like camping out here. And so I realized, hey, I think what I'm going to do, rather than generate a whole plan, I've done this since 2011, so I kind of know what's involved in doing a half marathon or a marathon. That's been since 2017, so that's been a while. But the idea is that I can personalize my workouts and change them every day to hit what I want to do for my fitness in accordance with my long-term goals, but I don't have to have this whole schedule set out in front of me. And I don't have to, the run less, run faster book convinced me, you don't have to do, 5 days running, 5 runs a week. That's time consuming, among other things. All right, so then what I did is I think the first time, well, there's a couple things. One is the book Run Less, Run Faster says you should work on your intervals. And so when I first looked in the book, you look at your 5K pace, then you look at what intervals you want to do for that. And it was really kind of easy at first. It said like 400 meters. And that didn't seem like a lot. That's barely a mile. And so you look at your 5K pace, and then your interval pace was actually not that much faster. And so that really was interesting to me. And then when I ran it, it was like right on the borderline of challenging. Like it was enough to make me feel like, oh, I really got a significant workout of some kind, but it wasn't so hard that I got, tired and strained, as it were, or like sore from the workout just the next day. So what I did is I took kind of the concept of the book, Put in ChatGPT, played around with these things. But then what I did right before this 5K that was yesterday, so I took a screenshot of my last 5K. I said, here's the date I did this. Look at this data. So it's looking at my, heart rate and pace and distance. I said, I believe in the book, run less, run faster, which advocates for interval workouts, speed workouts, or tempo workouts. And I just said, I have 7 days between now and the next 5K. What should I do? So it was very simple. It said, one night do a interval workout and the next night do a tempo. So Tuesday and Thursday, and told me which days, so you'd have rest Friday before the race. So it was pretty good. I had, I would say, great results because I actually ran the chip time says like a 9:14 pace. And my last 5K was like a 9:45. It was hot that day. I've had a couple of hot ones this summer, but my pace was better, remarkably better. Yeah, the last workout was 400 meters and run them at a 9:15 pace to maybe 9-minute pace. And so for me, what that did is it gave me something very specific to shoot for. That's all of the book. But then I found out about pace alerts on the Apple Watch. So if you don't use Nike, if you just go into the regular thing, I have my side button hit to start a workout when I hit it. And then you just go to outdoor run, but tap on the 3 dots, and then you can set custom interval workouts like 4x400s or 8x400s. I just put the pace in there, and then it would tell me during the pace if I was, or during the interval, if I was like actually gonna hit that or not. And so I ran those instead of using like an interval timer and trying to squint and see my speed. Which was, I've done in the past, running intervals at a certain time. Yeah, distance is one thing. It's pretty easy to hit the distance, but it's hard to hit the time and keep the pace consistent throughout the set of intervals, not only just the intervals themselves. And so what I did was, there we go. Let's see, I think we have some firewood up here. And so what we did is 400 meters on the like 9, it ended up being like 8:54 to 9 minute. And I asked ChatGPT when it came up with this. So remember, ChatGPT designed the workout. And I said, these seem a little slow. What's the fastest I could go without hurting myself, overexerting myself the week of the race? And said, you could go 8:50 to 9 or 8:50 to 9:15 in there. So I went a little faster than it originally said, and I just felt like it was great. Shut that, and then get my shovel. There you go. Backseat's pretty empty. So really, how I did on the race, I ran a 9:14 pace, and that was actually really close to the 8:54 kind of 400 meter interval pace, but that's only 400 meters. So to sustain a 9:14 over the 3 miles, it was a key speed workout. I would just say jury's out. We don't really know, but I would say I really felt like it was a good workout. Now my key plan, what I want to do is I just want to hit the gym 3 times, go to Planet Fitness across the street from my house, and then I just want to kind of do that cardio circuits so that I keep my fitness nice and good. This can go back here, and I'm going to put this camera up front here. It's a little bit of a mess. I'll own that. I need some water. I just saw some water in here. Guess I'm ready to drive away. It's kind of crazy. Just gonna walk through this corral here. This is called Tank 6. So basically, I really felt like the speed workout helped me the day or the week of the race. I improved. It wasn't too much. Recovery was good. And actually, I slept in the Jeep last night. I wasn't even really stiff or sore. So the race pace was pretty good. And everything's progressing as normal. Okay, so I signed up for the LA half. So that means March 16th, I'll be running with the team for clean water. And my goal is to use AI and to start just sort of customizing and personalizing workouts so that every day I have something unique and interesting to look forward to. Like I'll put in things I like to do, jump rope. That's the thing, is I haven't really been doing what I liked. I was doing what I thought I had to. And so I'm gonna put in jump rope and swimming and biking and all these things, and then ask AI to surprise me. Now that doesn't always work because sometimes there's logistics or things like that that are hard to navigate, like your schedule. But I am going to, here we go, coming around the end of Tank 6, designated camping area. That's right. Yep, there's a fire pit there. So a fire pit on the other end. And let's see what this sign says. No, I really, oh, no motor vehicles. I really like the Mojave. It's so quiet here. And this used to be some probably livestock, water. There's a pipe over there. I don't really know what it is, but that's my guess. It's a little corral, livestock, water out in the middle of the Mojave. Seems crazy, but we do crazy things, people. I'm gonna see if I can just walk out the other end and get to my Jeep. So, yeah, that's my goal, is using AI for fitness, for customized workouts in the moment. And the reason I'm doing this is not because I need AI to make a custom workout, or I don't know how to work out on my own. Again, I've been doing half marathon since 2011. What I'm addressing is I don't like to have the whole thing planned out and scoped out. I like an element of surprise and adventure and variety. And with this book, Run Less, Run Faster, I'm really trying to kick it up a notch and challenge myself and have a goal of running a 5K under 20 minutes, like 19 something. My fastest one ever was like 21:30 a whole bunch of years ago, 7 years ago. And I have a goal in the next year of breaking 4 hours. My fastest marathon was 4 hours and 2 seconds. And I didn't realize my watch was stopping or pausing when I used those porta potties that year. It's my second marathon ever. So it's a lot of years later. It's like 10 years later from that marathon. I'm going to try to break that time. So here's to using AI and being creative for our fitness together. Peace.